Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be bringing you a tutorial on the Ace production video that I did on Monday. It's a relatively simple routine, just with a couple of more complex moves thrown in, and hopefully you guys will like it. It's pretty simple. And if you stick around for the end of the video, then I'll show you how to make it into a totally false cut. So stick around, see how it's done, and yeah, we're going to have fun today. One quick thing to note is that before the whole thing begins, you'll want to stack your 4 aces on top of the deck. If you don't, then they won't be there later, and you're going to be really hurting when you try to produce them and they don't show up. So make sure you get these aces and put them on the top of the deck in whatever order you want to produce them. Alright, so I usually like to start off with a pretty simple move. It's a 3-packet false cut, where I break off about a third from the top and I swing it to my left hand. So from that swing, I break off about half of what remains. Doesn't always have to be half, but I like to use half. See, and as I steal away that pack through the swing, I place this other one onto the bottom and keep break on it, so I have 3 packets. Take the top one now. I can place it at the bottom. Place this right here. I didn't do that in the performance, but it's just a simple little 3-packet false cut, where you just go like that. Gets it supposedly mixed up a little bit, but you can keep the same cards on the top and bottom of the deck. So from here, I usually do a simple false cut getting into the actual routine, where it starts off the same with the swing and the split, right? So we're here. That goes to the bottom, but here I actually pull out the middle packet. That packet belongs on the bottom, so I just slide it out, and I wrist kill with both hands. From this wrist kill, I can swivel out the top pack, like that. That packet belongs in the middle. Then the one that's left is the one that belongs on top. So I can do a one-handed fan, which I don't really do my fans the way you're supposed to. I have a video that I'll link you right here, and just go watch that video. It's a very good explanation of the one-handed fan and how to do it. And you know, the same guy has a lot of videos on all the moves that are really necessary for this cut, so go look him up. I'll do a link right here to the aerial flourish that he did. The aerial flourish you really need to learn before you can do most of the false cut, but yeah, it's a pretty important move for this, so learn it, come back. Right, so the actual flourish itself looks like this. Of course, it's not false in any way, but right, it can be if you make some changes to it, which is what I do at the end of the video, so stick around and I'll show you that. Right, so we have our false cut, which I like to use this cut, because then the only one remaining in my right hand is the packet that we fan for the top packet, right? So you can do a one-handed Charlier for the aerial flourish, just like that. But instead of closing the cut like I did there, what you're going to do is you're going to cut, and before you close it, you're going to put the fan right here to catch that packet. Right, so you have your other one separate here. So as Assad explains in the aerial flourish tutorials, there's a quick flick of the wrist, right? Don't hesitate, just flick. And that packet will stick together as it flips, hopefully. Like that. Mine kind of slid apart as it hit my hand, but you get the idea. I'm not the best with that already, but you get the point. Just a quick flick of the wrist is all it takes to make that packet stick together, right? So you do the fan, and then a little flick like that. Right, if it lands facing up like that, and you can't like hold a break or something on it, you can see that the cards naturally bend a little bit from the use. So I can actually cut right there where the packets are separate, and Charlier that pack to the bottom, pulling it back to flip it. It's hard to do that slowly, but if the packet lands face up, you can always do that. So we have our false cut, fan the top packet, Charlier to the flip. If you catch it face down, that's perfect, because then you can just close the fan on top. Just kind of like a little riffle or another false cut or something if you want, and then you can produce your 4 aces, which I don't have stacked, so it won't, of course, be 4 aces, right? That's basically all there is to the actual ace production itself, though. Alright, so now to make the flourish into a totally false cut. Right now, it's false to the top packet, because the top packet always ends up back on the top of the deck, right? You close that fan, and then you have your cards from the top over here. But what's happening, though, is that the 2 packets beneath it are being switched. To keep that from happening, there are a couple things you can do, and they're both relatively simple. The first one, all you have to do is when you do your fan and your flip, you catch the pack with some kind of separation. That was a little bit obvious, separation. If you've done like a really good flip, you can catch it just like a little break like that. And then what you could do is just cut that pack back to the bottom. So like I have my break, I can just lift, and then Charlier the pack back to the bottom. close the fan, and now nothing would have changed position in the deck. Right, so another thing you could do is you could change the opening sequence. So I'll link you here to a cut called the false delta. I like to use the beginning sequence from that. It feels a lot like a Sybil cut. If you know how to do a 4-packet Sybil cut, this part right here, you're doing the exact same thing, except only with the top 3 packs. This. So you see the difference between this, that was bad, but it's the difference between this and this. It's only 3 packs. So what you can do is you can risk kill to grab the middle packet out, just like in the video. And you can go into that triangle. You see from this triangle, this pack needs to go on the top, so that's already in your right hand for the fan. This pack here needs to go on the bottom. This one here needs to go in the middle. So what you can do is you can just push forward that one pack a little bit, just keep it separate. Fan out this one here, and you can already cut the other ones. You have that separation. So you can cut it very easily, and then you can do the aerial flourish if you want. You don't even have to do the aerial, but that's the main part of this production. So remember, you could do a couple of different things to make it a totally false cut. If you wanted to somehow switch the 2 packets before you did this, or something like that, you could even like cut it again after that and do another flip. You have to leave that up to your imagination a little bit how you want to get it back, 'cause there's so many different things you could do. So I hope you enjoyed. Put this to good use, and impress your friends. Have a good day.